storm is coming.
Reporting live from Baltimore, not the county, Baltimore, the real Baltimore, Baltimore City. You have Chelsea Nicole, and I know a lot of y'all do shows from Baltimore, but today you're gonna find out that you're not. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Chelsea. I come from a city where we don't acknowledge the state. The B shit is took in place. Watch how you speak about Baltimore, dummy. We had 990s all on your face. No matter the city, they all wanna know about the wire and killings all over the news. These bitches digging now Xing on my niggas. They keep on Xing if they can say T. I'm trying to tell them, Baltimore ain't even Baltimore. DC is not even on the road. I pay Virginia so much, get them shot while I'm on the road. Counties be claiming they honorable. I try to tell them to chill. Yeah, I try to tell them for real. Yeah, you can take me out of Baltimore, but I'ma still bring that Baltimore here. 4 wings, salt and pepper, catch up with the hot sauce. Can't sit long, shit get you knocked off. Always play mirrors, shit get you swiped off. We get them cooked up, chefs out, eyeball. Bitches is claiming that they from the city. Damn, I just can't help that we litty. If you really from the city, who that red bitch over east? On B, she get busy. K-Swift Baltimore, Club Mix Baltimore. We don't do go-go, we know they ain't Baltimore. Them niggas dragging, must be from Baltimore. Them bitches bad, ooh, they from Baltimore. 92Q on that radio, Baltimore. We hit them with the two-step giving Baltimore. They from security, no they ain't Baltimore. Anyway, it's everybody versus Baltimore. You from the west, that shit is Baltimore. Park Heights, the Avenue, that shit is Baltimore. Junction, the Village, that shit is Baltimore. Sandtown is rapping and stepping is Baltimore. Pikesville and PG, nah, that ain't Baltimore. You from the north, that shit is Baltimore. Grandma and Cater, your road, Baltimore. Anyway, it's everybody versus Baltimore. Nah, I can't study the wire to work on my exit. Fuck out of here, niggas actors. I'm born and raised in the city. They drop a body and niggas act like nothing happened. For Freddie, we riot. It's up if they try us. How the fuck Outstate's attorney indicted? One thing about this whole city be wildin'. Bippin' the act or haunted when rotting. Know it's they strengths if the party is poppin'. Gotta hit legends for the chicken boxes. Check Murder Inc. if you think they ain't slotting. Damn, even the youngins is bout it. But man, out rap with the talent, they think we ain't got it. Just want us known for the violence. City make hustlers, grind and get it from the bottom. 10 toes, my niggas solid. Was raised in the county, they rap so they claim in the city. What school you was in? Elementary. Crossing that county line, you looking iffy. You get the best shot or shot when at Jimmy's. Hit up the block if we all try and see us some ass. So dance for a quick little bag. Home of the Ravens, anywhere we gon' drag. Anywhere we get a bag. Down the hill is Baltimore. Brooklyn is Baltimore. Alameda is Baltimore. Arundel Mills not Baltimore. Owens Mills not Baltimore. Randallstown not Baltimore. Columbia not Baltimore. Edgewood not Baltimore. Up the hill that's Baltimore. Bel Air Road is Baltimore. Latrobe is Baltimore. Cherry Hill is Baltimore. Glen Burnie ain't Baltimore. Poplar Grove is Baltimore. Woodlawn not Baltimore. I know y'all think y'all from Baltimore, but y'all not. It's Chelsea.
If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it.
You implied that.
I said what I said.
Okay, well what you said was some bull.
But
That's
you don't
what
like it. You don't like it.
I sure damn don't like it.
Where's the what you want me to do?
It's Chelsea. It's Chelsea.
Stunning on them haters like your boy a superstar. If life was a movie, then you know my rated R. So fuck your whole crew, him too. Spotlight. say I'm fresh to death. If that hoe don't act right, you gotta play her to the left. Feel like the realest walking as long as the Lord give me breath. I'm bad with the pen, Michael Jackson, Jermaine don't hear me though. So deaf, been on my grind, my own shadow shine. No more talk, reject, decline. Money tossing, that's all I'm hearing, so that other BS can get the hell off my line. About to go loot or roll out my biz. I'm on the clock with asking what time it is. How the fuck you ballin' when you can't even hoop? I get the party jumping, crash bandicoot. I don't fuck around with a nincompoop. Fuck with us, you be red as tomato soup. Different color diamonds in my motherfucking chain, got it looking like a bowl of Fruit Loops. I'm old school shoot. Take your chick from a hoop to a coop. Late night and the neighbors like somebody's rocking, knocking the boots. Yeah, cash rules everything, gotta get the loot. You ain't smoking, only gas your ass, got it when you poop. I don't wanna hear your bullshit like I got you on mute. You ain't got a lot to kick it, real niggas I salute. Killing this shit, I need a all black suit. Location to the paper chase, I'm already en route. Lyrical killer, cause of death, verbal dispute. Swagger perfect, how I execute. On God, don't eat that forbidden fruit.
Stunning on them haters like your boy a superstar. If life was a movie, then you know my rated R. So fuck your whole crew, them too. Small like oompa loompa, doobity-doo. Stunning on them haters like your boy a superstar. If life was a movie, then you know my rated R. So fuck your whole crew, them too. Small like oompa loompa, doobity-doo.
Wild loud every time the beat drop like Monica. Is that your chick? She tryna blow me. Harmonica. I stay on these suckers' necks, similar to Dracula. When them snakes cross your rock and roll like Metallica. I ain't got no friends. All I got is money. All you hear is heavy metal. If you try to take it from me, bring it back. Boomerang. That shit strong, Jay. Rather eat crumbs with buns than eat steaks with snakes. Word to my nigga DanaJay. Only God can judge me. Give a fuck what you devils gotta say. My black chick pray for you. My white chick pull a pistol on the KKK. Asking where I been, I just tell them MIA. Meanwhile ballin' like a bitch. No disrespect to the WNBA.
I stayed into something. So now I'm closer to God. But being closer is hard. The attacks get stronger, become much harder to fight, and they last longer. That's what it's always been. Joy with the pain, dark with the light, sun with the rain. With the right perspective, there can be something to gain.
Yo, can I with you? What?
ACT, do you see this?
Look, if it ain't official DanaJay, Levi for Kelly, or Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take it off. Look, you got some weed? I gotta get some. All right, hurry up. Diesel and them here, everybody here, we waiting on you. All right.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ discretion.
Low, still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Low, still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Low, still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass count, gotta make it last now. Start off slow, then I'ma beat it up.
What's going on? Since I can't get no cake right now from Prima Donna, I got settled for some great JD's vegan. It would have been good to have some of that mixed together. Good God Almighty, had them cakes in. Oh man, what's up? What's going on? What's up? How y'all doing? Woo! They thought I was gonna come earlier with the ruckus. I'm wait till the night, like now. And I know I have an upload going, but I put it on my community wall. Everybody can go look at the upload. Y'all know what it is, man. This is good as I don't know what. I know Prima somewhere laughing, but hey. Ain't nothing like Jay's vegan, man. Right now I'm eating some chocolate my way. So y'all know exactly what it is. Get to your Walmart. Let me put the top on this. Alright. Let's get down to business. So, how y'all doing? How was y'all day? Tomorrow is Good Friday. Don't go out there broke trying to get Lil Pookie and Lil Beth Phoenix a $9,000 outfit for one day. I want to take my baby to church. And look, you better take them to K&G and get a 4-for-1 suit sale and some shoes and some nice little socks. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, y'all? Ben Alazar said I'm off today. Uh-oh. You know what that means? He gonna cut up. Charlotte said R. Kelly is very intelligent. What they gotta do with anything? I ain't even get to talking yet. And Charlotte said R. Kelly is very intelligent, along with his gift from God. He wouldn't involve himself to be the dumbest criminals on the block. Huh? Where that's coming from? Okay. So, y'all see the title. Don Russell, new lawyer. New York shooter, allegedly. And Donnally. I'm just going to bring y'all from avenues that everybody is not looking at. Everybody is so fanatically caught up. I'm going to show you something that don't make sense. Or do it make sense? So y'all know I've been telling y'all for a while that Don Russell is the Judas to R. Kelly. Right? I'm telling y'all that. And y'all have seen people out here that's, oh no, Don Russell trying to help R. Kelly, this and this and this and this and this. I showed you what his mama said to him. That's in the transcription and all that, right? Cool. So Dana, what do you mean? I'm gonna read y'all something. And I'm gonna see if y'all catch it. This is the Don Russell search warrant. And Mr. Douglas Morris, Esquire, Federal Defenders of New York, Inc., Eastern District of New York, 1 Perry Point Plaza, 16th floor, Brooklyn, New York, right? Pay attention. So ever since Don Russell got picked up, he's had public defenders. What up, Vibe? What up, bro? I see you. What up, Dennis? What up, Dennis? What up, everybody here? Prima Donna. Okay. What's up, sis? Chris Starry. What's up, bro? Man, hey Chris Starry, man, you're gonna have to come in here and give a review about Prima Donna cakes, man. Cause you got a cake and a pie, man. And I'm jealous. Hey, Hidden Jewels Media. E. Jennings, what's going on? Coretta, what's up, sis? We gonna do this in blood. Love yourself, hey. I'm just giving everybody shout outs because when I get going, I ain't gonna stop. So, he had a public defender the whole time, right? And let's read this. Dear Mr. Morse, enclosed, please find the government's initial discovery in accordance with Rule 16 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure. The government also requests reciprocal discovery from the defendant, right? The government's discovery. This is what they found. They found all this. Video recorded statements made by the defendant on YouTube on January 25th, 2020. Video recorded statements made by the defendant on YouTube on January 26th. You would think that nigga would have stayed off of YouTube when they put this up there. That is the first 2 joints of him incriminating himself. The defendant's criminal history report. I mean, they went all in, right? They got the search warrants. They got all that. They got the Brady material. They got all that, right? So, I'm showing you this for a reason. For 2.5 years, almost 3, you got a federal public defender. Every time it's time for you to come up for trial, you fire that public defender. Right? You fire that public defender. So let's get off of that. You got another one, right? So everybody's paying attention to his Eastern District of Illinois case, right? So me, I really look at things thoroughly. So I went to his Southern District of New York case, right? Peep this. Peep this. It say the trial currently scheduled for January the 18th, 2022 is adjourned to July the 18th, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. in courtroom 705, United States Courthouse, 40 Foley Square, New York, New York. Motions in limine proposed via DER and requests to charge are now due June the 27th, 2022. Response papers are due by July the 5th, 2021, right? Now, read this part. Upon the application of the United States of America by and through its counsel, Assistant United States Attorney Peter Davis, and with the consent of Donnell Russell by and through his attorney Zaldi Bahani, the time from January the 18th, 2022 through July the 18th, 2022 is excluded under the Speedy Trial Act. Stop. His attorney, Zaldi Bahami, right? So I wanted to know exactly what this guy is. Because things are just not seeming right to me. Things are not adding up. So when things don't add up, you go research. Right? You don't just take nobody's word for it. you go research. So when you research this, this is what you come up with. This is what you come up with. He's from the Federal Defenders of New York. Right? Now, he's been jumping jurisdictions because he got case in Eastern District and Southern District. So he's jumping jurisdictions, pushing back time. So, all of a sudden, you get a lawyer, right? All of a sudden, you get a lawyer. And this lawyer, on a call, states that he talked to Mr. Kelly. And that Mr. Kelly really ain't want to talk to him. Then you hire a lawyer by Mr. Friedman or something like that out of Los Angeles, California. Now, if you don't remember something, remember when Lisa and Cassandra was saying that they trying to get a lawyer, and Don Russell was saying that he got a lawyer out in L.A., and they was trying to get an L.A. lawyer to come on, but he never came on to Robert's case? It was Mr. Friedman. Excuse me. So now Don Russell got him. Stop. How do you go 2.5 years, almost 3, and you go that far with public defenders, and you keep stalling and stalling till you're able to hire one? You can't afford Mr. Friedman not working at the tap dancing chicken shack. So where I'm going to with this is this right here. You seen all the scams. Oh, this is R. Kelly. Baby, send me some money to a card and this and this and this and this. You had to get the money up to pay for Mr. Friedman. Your business is not jumping. So where did the money come from? Allegedly, they talked about the 1.6 that was given to you. I even did a show on that, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to scratch that. Forget the 1.6. Let's say you never got that. I find it funny how nobody talks about this. But I am. Money was collected, and Don done popped on platforms about, don't donate to the Dollar for the King, the R. Kelly Defense Fund, a joke, and this, and everybody ran with that, right? They even ran with the lie, oh yeah, Dana stealing money, Levi stealing money, all that. They ran with that. He said, oh, he got new equipment and all this stuff, but I mean, how you go from doing it on a cell phone now until you have a new equipment? I'm glad you said that, because now I'm going to ask the very same question. How you go from a public defender to a federal lawyer? I know how. Let's rewind something. The banner for R. Kelly. Not the first one, but the second one. Where did them funds disappear to? Because it didn't get to Nicole. The petition money. Where did them funds get to? Because it didn't get to Nicole. The publishing and the selling of R. Kelly's music catalog. Where did that money get to? Because it didn't get to Rob. I'm going to give you something stupid, but something to make you think. R. Kelly need $3,100 for his rent, and he needed it by Saturday. Could that money that was spread by those people was needed to get Don Russell to lock in Freeman, and he had a date to look at it by? I'm just giving you avenues that nobody looking at. Things that make you go, Sylvia posts and Donnally ain't playing. Huh? But I thought you were supposed to have been an R. Kelly supporter. See, the dangerous thing is when I sit back and I just watch. The danger, and the danger zone is when I don't respond to bullcrap. So I get the attacks. As long as we can keep Dana engaged, he ain't going to talk about what's really going on. Oh, no. It was a reason why I disengaged. When I tell you, I'm the one that makes this go round. People go crazy when I don't respond. So I have a question. Don. The $3,100 that you supposed to collect, right? I'ma ask this question, and if Sharon Wimbush would be honest, let's go here. When Dottie posted it in her group page, nobody got mad. When Lisa and Cassandra posted it, nobody got mad. When Sharon Wimbush posted it, everybody got mad. I wonder why. These are things that nobody paying attention to. They can't come straight out and say, oh, Don needs such and such because they know I'm a fry. So how they do it? Instead of getting fried, they put it in the oven and try to over easy it. Nah. Not with me. Because I see all angles. I see all the angles. It's a reason why Ann Donnelly came and said, I thought he would have a lawyer by now. And Don said, well, But then his last thing, he tried to make a joke. And Ann Donnelly said, excuse me? And then he repeated it and was like, yeah, it's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. So now we know where they collecting the money went to. It ain't go to Robert. And I'm going to tell you why. Yes, he's been convicted, right? But the process is not complete without sentencing. Once again, I told y'all, they slapped him with a body attachment. And I showed y'all. Dummies came behind me talking about his case been dropped. The government came and showed y'all his case wasn't dropped. But Dana don't know what he's talking about. So why is it that everybody, or just certain people that want to focus on everybody else, can't keep a lawyer? Maybe that was part of the plan. I'll get a public defender and I'll stall and I'll use R. Kelly supporters and fans to get me a lawyer because they don't know the difference. Don Russell already came out and said that R. Kelly supporters are stupid. Don Russell already came out and said, yo, R. Kelly told me to do all this. So if he's saying it on social media, just imagine what he's saying in a room with them people. I'll go play back all this stuff. Don Russell came out and told everybody on Choke Sniffing Dope channel. Oh, we all was there. Me, Keith, everybody. Name dropping. Why? You ain't hear Keith come on and say nothing. So was this all a ploy from the jump? For Don Russell to get a lawyer because he needed that last point to bury Robert? So how you do it? You befriend his supporters, his fans, hoping nobody catch on to your dirt. Get as much money as possible and push it for your benefit. Now ask this question. Where's the lie? Everything I said just equaled all the way out. And I just said it in a short manner. Where's the lie? Where is the lie? He used people to get what he want. That's what Don do. I'm just saying. I break it down to a point where you just sit back and be like, damn, that makes sense. Second thing, why would Sylvia apologize to Don Russell? Mind you, her, Sean Harris, Dottie, Lisa, Cassandra, you see all of them together. You ain't see Dottie apologize to Don Russell. You ain't see Lisa and Cassandra apologize to Don Russell. But you seen Sylvia come on and say, you know what? I'm sorry, Don Russell. I'm sorry for getting you jammed up. Well, when you look at this last situation, you ain't get them jammed up. When you look at this last situation, you ain't get them jammed up. You might have got yourself jammed up, though. He got himself jammed up. And this is just the light work. Police laboratory report. Supplemental LPS report of examination. Business record certification, search warrant return. Business record certification, search warrant return. Again, letter dated October the 22nd, 2018, and attachments. Affidavit of an NDA, a non-disclosure order. Jesus Christ. Another affidavit of an NDO, I'm sorry. His criminal history. All this stuff is there, bro. So at the end of the day, Don did this to himself. And he needed your help to help him. That's why it was so easy to paint me as the bad guy, because I wasn't helping. I wasn't going. That's why it's so easy now for me to sit back and say, I'm going to watch this play out. Y'all going to see that I wasn't lying. Nothing but the truth. Now, oh my God, Dana, no. You can't come back this way. I don't care about you. You can't come back this way. I wish you well, but I don't want nothing to do with you. So, I paused that right there. I'll come back and jump on the Don Russell thing again. The thing that they hate. Oh, yeah. So, Freeman, you got your papers to represent Don. I hope Don got enough to keep going. Excuse me. I hope Don got enough to keep going. So that way you can continue to represent him. But there's a reason why Robert didn't talk to you, Freeman. And here's another thing. And I kept asking, how can you bring in a lawyer for somebody else and not for yourself first? The first key to survival is what? Self-preservation. So you got to make sure you're straight first before anything else. But you got what it take to get your brother out. He's still sitting. 3 years. Make this make sense. Now I'm going to go to New York. I'm going to keep it a buck. New York, I don't believe nothing you say when it comes to this alleged bomber guy. And everybody going to be like, Dana, you crazy. No, I'm smart. Because instead of just jumping out, giving reports, I sat back and waited and watched. New York is known for picking on people that have mental history. Now I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to show a picture. This man right here. Do you think, how in the heck is this man the shooter? No way possible. No way possible. Charlotte, that's a crazy question. Daryl McDavid go to trial the same day Robbie go to trial. They go to trial together. No way possible is this man the shooter. Now watch this. I'm going to show you something that's going to freak you out. I'm going to show you something that's going to freak you out. Pay attention to Detective Work 101. At least 16 shot or hurt in New York City by a man wearing gas masks, construction vests, continuous live footage. Sunset Park, Brooklyn, WABC, at least 16 people were shot or otherwise injured after a lone gunman in a reflective vest and possibly a gas mask threw smoke bombs on a subway car in Brooklyn and began shooting Tuesday morning. A manhunt is now underway as details. Stop. Let's go here. At least 16 people were shot. Follow me. At least 16 people were shot or otherwise injured after a lone gunman in a reflective vest and possibly a gas mask. Keyword, possibly. A gas mask threw smoke bombs on a subway car in Brooklyn and began shooting Tuesday morning. A manhunt is now underway. Check it out. This is Brooklyn. At least 16 people were shot or otherwise injured. Now, one thing that happens is newsrooms, they send the stories as it's happening to each other around the world. I got two questions to ask you. One, why did they come out in New York and say the mayor came out and said he's not treating this as a terrorist situation. So therefore, they are not going to call it a terrorist attack. First thing. Second thing, Good Morning America came out, right? And they reported all 5 of the cameras in the subway station were they were cut off. So if all 5 of the cameras in the in the subway station were cut off, there's no way you can tell if it was a black man, white man, Chinese man, right? There's no way you can tell that. So, how do you know that at least 16 people were shot or injured? How do you know a lone gunman in a reflective vest and possibly a gas mask? How do you know? Because you know if a person wearing a gas mask or you don't. Third thing, how can a manhunt be underway if you don't even know who the man is? But wait, it gets better. Brooklyn, New York, LA Times. Now watch this. The man accused of shooting 10 people. Wait a minute. Was it 10 or 16? Was it 10 or 16? Israel, I'm going to get to your comments. Trust me, I am. The man accused of shooting 10 people on a Brooklyn subway train was arrested Wednesday and charged with a federal terrorism offense after the suspect called police to come get him. What? Law enforcement officials said. Okay, watch this. I don't gotta go no further. Watch this. This opening statement is the reason why I don't believe him. Because if he called the police to come get him, like law officials said, let's go here. Why is there beef over who get the ransom money? Check this out.
The suspect cops say was behind the rush hour subway shooting was in court today facing terrorism charges. His capture ended one of the largest manhunts in New York history. Now the question is, who gets the $50,000 reward money? As Les Trent reports, it's not so easy to answer.
Who will get the reward?
That's him.
Several sharp-eyed citizen sleuths saw the hulking suspect wandering around Manhattan's East Village and alerted the police. But who saw him first? Was it this guy named Zach?
I thought that police, this is the guy, he did that problem in Brooklyn. This guy, catch him, guys, catch him. And he catch him. Thank God we catch him. Thank you very much.
Zach's joy is going viral today. Talk show host Trevor Noah is rooting for him.
Everyone should be cheering his name. Zach, 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 Zach.
Or was it this guy?
When I saw his face, I immediately knew that that was him.
Portrait painter Lee Vasu was having lunch with his family when he saw Frank James.
I told my wife, I was like, and quietly, because he was right there. It's not like, you know, hey, let's call 911.
Or could it be this guy, Francisco Puebla, who owns a hardware store in the neighborhood?
He was walking this way, and I saw him, and I said, okay, this is the guy.
Well, according to police, the $50,000 reward belongs to this guy, a 17-year-old photography student named Jack Griffin.
I saw Frank James sitting down at that bench over there.
Jack tells CNN he was on a field trip with his photography class when he spotted New York's most wanted man.
I was just looking for things to shoot on the street, graffiti, anything. And then I suddenly saw him and I was like, that's the guy. That's what the police report said that he would look like. So I got out my camera and I quickly took a photo of the street. And that's when he noticed that he was being photographed and he started walking away.
And this is the bench where Jack saw the suspect sitting. Cops say it was the high school student's tip, posted on Twitter at 10:29 a.m. that focused their search here in the East Village. Cops say while all these sightings were happening, Frank James called the cops on himself.
Yesterday, Mr. James saw his photograph on the news. He called Crime Stoppers to help. He told them where he was.
And we're learning more about his criminal history. He has 15 prior arrests going back to the 90s for a range of offenses, including burglary, larceny, and disorderly conduct. The bloody attack has left New Yorkers spooked. Subway ridership dropped 5% the day after the attack. Lots of people are looking for alternate ways.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
Conduct. The bloody attack has left New Yorkers spooked. Subway ridership dropped 5% the day after the attack. Lots of people are looking for alternate ways to get around.
I don't like the subways. I'm not saying riding a bike cannot be dangerous.
So here's my question. How can this man be the shooter when you seen all that chaos on the train and you think they would have tackled him or something? You clearly see this man got a mental problem. So why are they talking about a ransom if he called them and said, come get me? Why? Why? That point, Tammy, where's the 911 call? They will release everything else. But I got something even better. I'm going to drop down a little bit. In recent months, James railed in videos on his YouTube channel about racism and violence in the U.S. Uh-oh. Let's go here. In recent months, James railed in videos on his YouTube channel about racism and violence in the U.S. and about his struggles with mental health care in New York City. And he criticized Adams' policies on mental health and subway safety. But the motive for the subway attack remains unclear. Exactly. The motive for the subway attack remains unclear. And there's no indication James had ties to terrorist organizations, international or otherwise, Peace said. Stop right there. Do you think this is political? So how ironic is it to accuse the man that's a mental patient? Like I said, we don't run conspiracy theories over here. Like I said, the mental patient that's going against the mayor, how about flip the script and make it seem like he's the one? Now watch this. How ironic can it be that the news media, fake news, is reporting two different amounts of injuries at the same time, right? Then you have them come out and put in your face that this man have mental issues, and because he criticized the mayor on his YouTube channel, he's now partly enemy number one. So stop. Then you have them asking, who do the ransom go to? But how can a ransom go to any of those guys if he called the police and told them come get him? On top of that, how come everybody that they claim spotted him? How come everybody that they claim spotted him is of a different nationality and a different descent? But then here's the more important reason. Why the liberal media is erasing black identity extremism opinion. And look who they use. If this is not a political attack on a mental health, then what is it? If this is not a political attack on a mental health, because somebody that have a mental health issue went on their YouTube and probably told the god daggone truth. But then I went back today to look at Good Morning America and the video of when they said, oh, the subway cameras were down. That video is gone. Why? So let's read. The police arrested a suspect in a New York City subway shooting that left 23 people injured. What the hell? Now we got 16, we got 10, now we got 23. 10 with severe gunshot wounds. The suspect, Frank James, is a 62-year-old African-American male who posted prolifically on social media and hosted a YouTube channel where he expressed black nationalist leaning and racial grievances. Why not lock him up? He's trying to wake people up. Why not lock him up? You do not wake people up in New York. So why not lock him up? He could be a threat down the line. So get rid of him. Check it. But you wouldn't know this if you got your news from corporate liberal media. Not only did they fail to cover the trail of hate James left on social media, watch this. These are the Dems. But many hesitated to refer to him as black at all, even while an active manhunt was underway for the would-be mass murderer. And this despite an overall obsession with racial extremism from those same corners. The Biden administration's war on domestic terror announcement designated white nationalism as the most ubiquitous threat to U.S. national security last year. So watch this. How do you reverse? Because see, it wasn't Biden administration's war on domestic terror. No. It was the Trump administration war on pedophilia. Biden tried to flip it. So let's go here. What better way to recreate the black man is the worst man issue? Every time something major happened, I told y'all, they have to have a colored man in the forefront. You ain't gonna see no more Timothy McVeigh's no more. You ain't gonna see no more Jeffrey Dahmer's no more. Think about it. What made them force Cuba Gooding Jr. to say, okay, I did it? After 3 years of saying, nah, man, I ain't do that. Now all of a sudden you just flip and say I did it? Here's the question. Did he really say that? Get the court transcripts. They won't give it to you. Why? They give you the court transcripts on everything else. But let's read this part. Compare that with a headline from The Intercept last year. The strange tale of the FBI's fictional black identity extremist movement, which made the argument that black identity extremism, like black nationalism, is a racialized myth. For the liberal establishment, extremism and terror are now a function of your skin color. Think about it. Think about it. Think about all that. Think about all that. How do you tie all of that together? You can't. And you don't. You can't. And you don't. You can't. And you don't. So with that being said, I'm going to pray for that brother. Because I believe he's been mentally attacked and racially profiled by the folks that's trying to rewrite to make it seem like we the worst folks. I'm just saying. Last but not least, we gonna go here. And Donnally, you up next. Let's talk about it. And Donnally, let's talk about it. I'm gonna give y'all at least 3 minutes to go get something to drink or something. And then we're gonna jump on this. So, for the people that think that brother shot those folks, man, y'all crazy as hell. Y'all can be easily manipulated. But let's go here. Man, this JD's vegan ice cream is good as I don't know what. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Here we go. United States of America against Robert Cecil Kelly. This is a motion that came out today. This is an order that came out today by Ann Donnally. It says, A&M Donnally, United States District Judge. On April the 5th, 2022, I granted in part and denied in part the defendant's motion to continue sentencing. Specifically, I denied the application to adjourn sentencing until after the completion of the defendant's trial in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois, NDIL, but granted an adjournment until June the 16th, 2022. The defendant now moves for reconsideration of that order. The government opposes for the reasons discussed below. The defendant's motion is denied. Whoa. Standard of review. Although the federal rules of criminal procedure do not provide for reconsideration motions, such motions are tacitly accepted in criminal cases. In this district, by virtue of local crim R49.1D, which requires a movant to submit a memorandum setting forth concisely the matters or controlling decisions which counsel believes the court has overlooked within 14 days after the court's determination of the original motion. And United States versus Baldeo. Number 13, CR 125 215 WL 252414 at Star 1, Southern District, New York, January 20th, 2015. Check this out. The first side note says what? The court ruled on the defendant's motion before counsel had the chance to reply to the government's opposition. This was an oversight. No, it wasn't. It wasn't oversight. That's what you wanted to do. Which shows the bias in this case. And if Jennifer Bonjean wouldn't have pointed it out, you wouldn't have came back and said nothing about it, and Donnally, you're a liar. This means, like I said before, she's not going to go against her office that she came from. It's against her principles. It's against their code of conduct to do that. It's against the code of conduct. If Ms. Bonjean wouldn't have never brought this out, y'all wouldn't have said nothing about it, Ann Donnally. Because when I said something about it, folks was like, Dana wrong, Dana wrong. Primarily those folks that don't like me on that side, you know, they got the first initial O. They told me that Ann Donnally ain't doing oversight on nothing. Well, all right, now that I finished that off, let's go. Well, I see Ann Donnally said the court ruled on the defendant's motion before counsel had a chance to reply to the government's opposition. This was an oversight. How can it be an oversight? Judge, you got control of your court. Let's finish. Courts generally supplement local criminal rule 49.1D with the standard for civil reconsideration motions under local civil rule 6.3, citing United States versus Lever and United States versus James. When deciding motions for reconsideration in criminal matters, courts in this district have resolved such motions according to the same principles that apply in the civil context. Internal quotation marks and alterations omitted. Local Civil Rule 6.3 requires the moving party to identify the matters or controlling decisions which counsel believes the court has overlooked. A motion for reconsideration is not a vehicle for relitigating old issues. Presenting the case under new theories, securing a rehearing on the merits, or otherwise taking a second bite at the apple. Analytical Surveys, Inc. versus Tonga Partners. International, okay. Rather, the standard for granting a motion for reconsideration is strict, and reconsideration will generally be denied unless the moving party can point to controlling decisions or data that the court overlooked, matters, in other words, that might reasonably be expected to alter the conclusion reached by the court. United States versus Robertson, number 16 CR 545, 2018. Discussion. In seeking reconsideration, the defendant does not identify any matters or controlling decisions that the court overlooked and denying his motion for an adjournment of sentencing until after the trial of his case in NDIL, which is currently scheduled for August 2022. Rather, he repeats the arguments he made in his initial motion. Accordingly, reconsideration is not warranted. In any event, the defendant's arguments are not persuasive. So now, Ann Donnally, and you want Rob to persuade you? That's not what a judge does. Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 32B1 requires the court to impose sentence without unnecessary delay. So why did you put his sentence so far out then? Make that make sense. Moreover, the Crime Victims' Rights Act provides that the defendant victims have the right to proceedings free from unreasonable delay. 18 U.S.C. 3771 A and 7. In this case, the jury returned its verdict on September 27, 2021. ECF number 238. The practical effect of granting the defendant's request will mean that sentencing would take place about a year after the jury's verdict. And seeking an adjournment, the defendant maintains that proceedings to sentencing in this case before the completion of his upcoming Illinois trial forces him to choose between speaking with a defense mitigation specialist and invoking his Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. He claims that he cannot speak openly and candidly to a mitigation expert as another massive federal prosecution looms. The defendant's concerns do not justify the significant delay in sentencing that his request entails. The Fifth Amendment protects against compelled self-incrimination. Ohio Adult Parole Authority versus Woodward. To qualify for Fifth Amendment protection, the communication must be 1, testimonial, 2, incriminating, and 3, compelled. United States versus Greer. Statements to a mitigation expert are not compelled for purposes of the Fifth Amendment because the defendant can choose whether to speak to the expert at all, as well as what to tell the expert. Even after the report is completed, the defendant can make the choice not to submit it to the court. The defendant's feelings of pressure to speak to a mitigation expert in the hope of improving his chance of receiving a more lenient sentence do not make the interview compelled. See Woodward. 88. Holding that Ohio's clemency interview process, during which the respondent had the choice of providing information to the parole authority at the risk of damaging his case for clemency or for post-conviction relief, or of remaining silent, did not violate the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. Oregon versus Elstead. Failure to administer Miranda warnings creates a presumption of compulsion for Fifth Amendment purposes. Indeed, defendants who wish to challenge their guilt on appeal, as this defendant apparently plans to do if his post-trial motions are denied. Wait a minute. So how you gonna say, and Donnally, how you gonna say he guilty? Hold up, wait a minute. Indeed, defendants who wish to challenge their guilt on appeal. What guilt do he have if he being lied on? How is it that he gotta have guilt just to challenge what y'all did to him on an appeal? As this defendant apparently plans to do. So basically, not only are you saying he's guilty and you believe he's guilty, but you trying to throw a curveball in there. As this defendant apparently plans to do if his post-trial motions are denied. So, you giving us a hint that you're going to deny his post-trial motions anyway, and Donnally. And then it says, face a similar choice. See United States versus Davis. Denying the defendant's request to limit use of his statements in connection with the sentencing to protect his Fifth Amendment privilege and his right to a meaningful appeal, because there is no basis for the court to insulate him from the consequences of his statements. This is weird. Conclusion. Accordingly, the defendant's motion for reconsideration is denied. Okay. Then at the bottom it says, defense counsel also cites her schedule as an additional reason for a lengthy adjournment. The court recognizes that counsel has other professional obligations, as all lawyers do, including lawyers who work for the government. Counsel filed her notice of appearance on October 2021, fully aware of the scheduled sentencing date and the charges. That's what the government said. So not only are you citing what the government said in their rebuttal as your rebuttal, but you're also pretty much trying to say Robert is guilty. Your exact words was, indeed, defendants who wish to challenge their guilt on appeal. Wow. Wow. And Donnally, you something else. So they got to be guilty to have an appeal? Why can't they just be innocent and lied on, and y'all taking out y'all anger or whatever, or just trying to get a prosecution? And because he want to challenge it, is his guilt? Why can't it just be his truth that he's innocent? I'm just saying. We gonna pray for robbery, y'all. Things that make you go, But check it. We up out of here. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We up out of here. All right? Peace.
I was born in Illinois, mama making hella noise. Cause a star was born, and I'll take this as I'm a red, gave him credit for. Cause early I moved to College Park, got rich like Ludacris, hit the lotto. I spent so much time in Magic City every day, I'm so Atlanta was always my motto. At Banneker High School, I was high, fool. No money but my mouth moving. Fast forward, 5 years, $5 million crib, South Fulton, I pop Atlanta. Won't let nobody mock Atlanta. I brought millions of dollars to the city, now the whole world jock Atlanta. I was wondering if this was propaganda, to get more juice than Tropicana. Overheard this song, I was shooting a movie, I told him to stop the camera, to say, no matter what block Atlanta, no city can op Atlanta. Ever since the South had something to say, nobody could stop Atlanta. They won't top Atlanta, we don't knock Atlanta. We got proper manners, but the whole world know we'll cock a hammer, leaving people wetter than Aquapana. Red shirts like Clark Atlanta, talk country grammar. And no matter who don't like it, haters, I'm home. Heard my name and had to address this. Thank you, ladies, I'm gone.
If you're looking for a social platform that's made by us, designed by us, created by us, come on over to www.wegatups.com. Tell them, Luke. Tell them.
Yeah. What's up? This your homeboy Ice Cube. You know what it is. The West Coast Warlord, the Grand Wizard. Don Mega is in the house. Now check this out. I'm inviting you to join the official Black People Social Network. WeGotUps.com. That's WeGotUps.com. 100% black owned, man. I see you here, boys. I see you. You out there doing it, man. And as we say in the Big 3 League, we got ups, baby. So WeGotUps.com. Check it out, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, black people, we definitely need to socialize, get together, figure out this system we all going through. So, you know, WeGotUps.com promises to be that place. Like I said, black owned. Gotta love it. And, you know, willing to make sure that you guys make a social connection. So, WeGotUps.com, you know, from your homeboy Ice Cube. Got to throw up the dub, you know, for that. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, man, official Black People Social Network. You know, I get it right. Don't worry about nothing. Just join, man. Join the official Black People Social Network. WeGotUps.com. WeGotUps.com, man. That's easy, man. We got ups, baby. We got ups. Your homeboy Ice Cube, and I'm out. Throwing up the dub for We Got Ups, man. Check it out.
And when you come over, turn that blue-gray. When you look up official DanaJay. What up, Leisha?
Swimming in you. Hey, little mama. Said I wanna take a dip in your pool. Just go for a little dive, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.